Hello again, I'm back with another replay from the King's Ridge challenge that was going on through the month of May this year. And this time I have another run of Wanky. This time it's his Pure Frost run, which was the quickest run of the Frost Pure Gold challenge. And as you see, he again in the beginning did the same thing with the Master Archers, body plucking the Bandit Footman. But well, actually the last time it wasn't Forsaken, it wasn't Master Archers, it was Forsaken. But again, this is used so these Bandit Footmen don't kill all of the Frost units. And yeah, some words about the gold challenge. The objective was to clear the map King's Ridge on Expert, but without using my monument, and you had to use a pure deck. So there were 4 categories: one for pure frost, pure fire, pure shadow, and pure nature. And this was the winning time by Wanky of the Frost run. So now we're gonna see what he does to have achieved this time. He again started building all of these power wells. And in the beginning we again have some waiting around and some jumping off the camera. And as you already can see, there are the attacks in the beginning are a bit stronger on Expert than on the advanced version. But the general threat in the beginning is kind of similar. He uses the Frost units to defend in the west and his own units to pull the units that are guarding this camp. He kills them off right next to his base. This time it's a Twilight Hag and a Twilight Devastator. But with a lot of Master Archers and even a Home Soil, they go down pretty quickly. And his first objective is gonna be to destroy this base, and then afterwards he's again gonna destroy this base, just as you saw in the Silver challenge. And since this is again contains some waiting in the beginning to get some power to build up a huge army, I'm gonna speed up the beginning for a little bit. There you see he has 8 Master Archers with which he attacks this base together with Ice Barrier Home Soil combination. And once this base is cleared, he runs out with his Master Archers. One squad sadly died, but the rest is still alive. And he builds another Ice Barrier up here so he can Home Soil again when he starts attacking here. Or he even has a bit of Home Soil left on these units. And with this army of 7 Master Archers, it's no problem to clear out these few guarding units up there. And now you're gonna see the strategy which he's gonna use to clear this first camp, which you see is quite beefy on Expert. It has 2 Twilight Wildbloods, 2 Slavers, 2 of these Hate Casters, which are the stronger towers, and a spawn building. But what he's gonna do, he's gonna spawn 2 Northern Keeps, Fire Affinity, and as you see, the active ability makes units right next to it take 100% less damage and deal 20% more damage. So all of this Master Archers he has over here are basically buffed as if they, once he activates the ability of the Northern Keep, they are buffed basically as if there was a Wheel of Gifts in the game, and they also take absolutely no damage, so they can just tank all of these units in here. Oh, and also I forgot to mention there's even a Twilight Mindbenders. And so, because they don't take any damage and deal quite a bit amount of damage, he's easily gonna clear off this camp with just Master Archers. There's even a spawn of Twilight Negators, but they are also quickly taken care of. He's even pulling some of the Stonekin units which are running down here because the Northern Keeps start shooting at them. So he used Home Soil on these Master Archers. Oh, and by the way, in the meantime, he built 1 Northern Keep in the base for defense together with a construction hut, which is also going to be used later. And he put up the fortification wall. So this is again enough to defend the space because Twilight and Stonekin are fighting each other. And now you see he engages with this camp and he uses the infused trench of the first Northern Keep. And he uses a home soil and he pressed the F key, so he gave the hold position command to the Master Archers, which is greatly gonna reduce the damage he takes and also doesn't make them receive that much knockback. And now he even activated the ability of the second Northern Keep because the first one ran out. And with two of them you can just leave it running all of the time by alternatingly activating it. Just as you can do with some other abilities in this game as well, like Shrine of War, most importantly. And he even killed these Northern Keeps because they aren't needed anymore, and instead he builds an ice barrier. And he just cleans up all of the remaining buildings in this camp, and he builds up his tier 2. Here you see Twilight and Stonebeam fighting each other, and the Northern Keep just shooting right in there. Now that this camp is cleared, he destroyed the ice barrier and built his tier 2 up. And he is still using these Master Archers to run back down here. And there you see tier 2 is up. So now he finally picks up this power well. He didn't pick it up earlier because he needed all of his power to clear out this camp. So having more Master Archers and having the infused range ability ready more often was more important than getting this power well, which in the end would have just slowed him down. And all of these remaining Master Archers, which are even 11 of them, he's gonna bring into his base. And the next part is gonna be to clear out this camp here with the Bandit Soul Hunter and the other units again. And for that he's gonna use White Rangers, which have their home defense ability, which has just enough range so he can put them right here in this spot, and then use their ability to shoot over this wall and clear everything in there without pulling any aggro. But because they need a friendly building in range, he's gonna put up one single ice barrier. And since this gate is still closed, the Twilight units here in the south can't really harm him. And as you can see, slowly but surely he's gonna clear out all of this camp. And in the meantime he used some of his Master Archers and brought them over to the left to help defending, and the other ones are staying on the right. He even built a cannon tower over here instead of the Northern Keep because it just deals more damage and is more efficient in the defense, while still only costing, I think, 10 more power. Oh no, even the same power cost than a Northern Keep. And now you can already see a core unit to the strategy he's gonna be using, which is Moon. And as you see, Moon has this ability called Necroshade, which you can use to teleport behind an enemy unit. And the fact is, since this Soul Hunter is close enough to this gate, he can use the Necroshade ability to spawn right next to the Bandit Spearman. And now Moon is behind this gate and barely survives the attacks of the Bandit Soul Hunter before the Soul Hunter is killed. And now he has ground presence right in there without any enemy units annoying him. So he was able to, he could now just kill all of his White Rangers and his ice barrier, and just has to wait for power before he can pick up this well and monument. So once he got the power well, he could even destroy his Moon. And now it's just waiting for a little bit longer until he has enough power. He even built up this wall on the left and put his Master Archers on top of there to help with the defense. And now he has his tier 3 up. So now he built a Shrine of Mortius, which is gonna help him a lot with getting back his white power. And he starts building Northland Rakes, which he's gonna use in this run to fly up here and clear the space. go. Now he has 3 Northland Drakes, which he's gonna fly up here and use to destroy all of this camp. He even uses a Ward of the North, or is it called Ward of the North? I think so. In order to make them take less damage, so they just can clear off the space more easily. And he even used an area ice shield to tank up even more damage. And he once in a while keeps them flying back so they don't take too much damage and don't get killed by the bandit ship especially, because all of the other ground units aren't too dangerous to him. Down here you see he even built a second cannon tower to help with the defense. And now he starts engaging the bandit ship, which is gonna deal much more damage than the ground units, which can't even attack him. And so he uses another Ward of the North and area ice shield. Sadly they don't stack as of right now, but it is still possible for him to just use them both, and first the shield is gonna get drained, and then he still has damage reduction on the bare health of the Northland Drake. And also he's always using some freezes up here. He's activating his Shrine of Martyrs, and then he was using the North Guards, which he still had from the beginning, which didn't bind any power. He ran them up here, and then used freeze on as many bandit units as possible, so he gets the maximum void power refund he could get. And by now he already has control of the Infernal Operator, so he can spawn some Master Archers, pick up these power wells. And now he waits for enough power to pick up his 4th monument. The Northland Drake, he's gonna fly down here. Maybe he's gonna use them a little bit more. Oh, there you see he again used the Shrine of Martyrs. And then he uses a freeze right here over the wall to freeze again 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units, which is gonna give him a good amount of white return. And so now he is close to having enough power for his tier 4. There we go. Tier 4 is being constructed. By now he could in theory kill his Master Archers, but maybe he's gonna teleport them down together with his Worldbreaker guns again. We are gonna see that later. And there is the tier 4. I think I can speed it up a little bit, because now he has to wait for power again. There we see the first Worldbreaker gun being built next to the construction hut, so it's constructed more quickly and for less power. And he's already setting it into heavy snowball mode. And he already has 1 squad of Master Archers ready for the teleport. So we are quickly gonna see what's gonna happen. And he already used a Sky Elf Sage to buff up the Worldbreaker gun to deal 100% more damage, I think it is. Oh, even 110%. And there you see the teleport going out. And these Master Archers are basically instantly gonna die, but he still had enough time to use 1 heavy snowball, which already cleared out a huge part of this camp. And it even freed the Twilight Frenzy, which also gets killed by the bandits. And so now he even built a battleship, which I'm not entirely sure what he's gonna use it for. Maybe for the defense of the left side here. But let's just speed it up for a little bit. Now he's using it so he can again run here, freeze units, and get white return. Right, and then he flies up here. So he can use the barrage ability to shoot down this bandit barracks, so no more bandits spawn to attack his left side here. Because these attacks get stronger and stronger. And now you see another squad of Master Archers already in position. And that gets teleported down, and a heavy snowball gets used to clear off even more of the space. And now the heavy snowball is still on cooldown, but he can already build another Worldbreaker gun, another construction hut, and soon maybe even a third Worldbreaker gun. No, not yet. Yeah, there it goes. A third Worldbreaker gun and also a second Sky of Sage is ready. He this time spawns some White Rangers to teleport down there. And really soon he is gonna activate the teleporter again. There we go. Because right now he could use at least 2 heavy snowballs. And then down here you see the first heavy snowball hits, and probably somewhere the second one also hit. Oh no, he didn't even activate the second one, but now with 4 heavy snowballs ready, this time around he should be able to actually clear out the bottom camp. Oh no, one more teleport of White Rangers down here. And then you see a lot of heavy snowballs hitting. And for the next teleport he's gonna use actually 3 dreadnoughts and a Winter Witch, which is gonna give all of them a shield. And even an Ironclad. So some really tanky units. And now with the shield, all of them get ported down here. And together with all of the heavy snowballs he has built up in his base, he can just wipe out all of the space, and he has enough units to clear out the space safely. Rogue Kale is already freed, so he could pick up this tier 5 at any point as soon as he has the power. But first off he's gonna use Shrine of Martyrs again, and he's probably freezing somewhere. Oh, and a little thing to notice, in the meantime we didn't really spot this, but he spawned a single spot of White Rangers up here, and used them to, over this wall, clear this Stonekin base, so no more Stonekin units spawn to attack the east side of his base. Again, now let's get back to the southern part. You see, constantly using the heavy snowball ability of the Worldbreaker guns. And now the bandit base is already clear. He just has to clear up some of the Twilight units which are interfering with him. And there you see tier 5 and tier 6, both being built. And now again it's just a matter of defending for 1.5 minutes, which should be super easy considering he has so many Worldbreaker guns ready to shoot. So I'm gonna speed this up again. This time he even used a switch in the base to lead all of the attacks to his main base, where he just uses his Worldbreaker guns to just shoot at them and kill all of them. And now 1.5 minutes of defending later. Oh, he even again used some units to run down here and kill this base. And there you see, with a final time of 24 minutes and 43 seconds, he has finished his run. And with that he won the first prize of the gold challenge for the pure thrust runs. So again, congratulations to Wanky, even though this was back in May. And for the other runs, like his silver challenge run and also the runs for the other colors, nature, fire and shadow, check out the other videos on this channel. I'm all gonna put them into one big playlist where you can see them. Alright, thanks everyone, and see you next time.